Everybody. Welcome in. I am having technical difficulties. I did a whole slideshow this weekend and I can't get it to load to StreamYard because StreamYard does not support Keynote. Keynote, it tells me to download it to PDF and it won't take it. I downloaded it to a PDF and it's still saying the same thing. You need to download it to a PDF. Like, it says PDF. Hey, welcome in. Today I'm just filling you guys in on what I went to, which was the Florida Mango Festival in West Palm Beach, Florida. I have a shirt over a shirt right now, so I'm kind of bulky, but it was wonderful. I had a great time. Um, yeah, I would do it again. This shirt was actually, people would come up to me and ask me like if they could get this shirt. I was blessed enough that the lady at the facility recommended that I should be a volunteer because I was helping her. I had arrived early. I had my camera. I thought, I'd get video. I had actually my Canon M50, which I had forgotten kind of how to use and didn't realize it has stability issues and all that stuff. But do that faux pas. That's how I met the lady who helps get people in and out of the place down in West Palm Beach. It was inside the convention center. We were inside AC. So if you're thinking about coming to South Florida next year for this Florida Mango Festival, you should be inside in AC, and it's a wonderful time. I think they're going to expand it actually and take over the whole convention center. We only had half, I believe it was, and some of the rooms upstairs. Anyway, I'd like to welcome in everybody who came in earlier. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I think I saw Hello Tofu. Hi, Hello Tofu. Oh, and happy Independence Day. I don't know if you'll be able to hear them in the background through my earbuds or not, but my neighbors, of course, are going crazy. My son is afraid of fireworks, so we don't really do them. I even took him outside because he asked and he, grasped me and we went right back inside. Hey, Aiden, you're welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats. Hi, Brenda, Duncan 1900 Homestead. Thank you for coming in. Oh, hi, Robin Gardens. I'm glad you could make it. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. And Miss Sharon, our mod god, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you all being here on Independence evening. We don't have a huge show for you. I sent out, a couple things, but I'm not expecting anybody. It's probably going to be, a short night. I don't know. Everybody is out, with family and things like that. If you look on my post, I did wish everybody, a happy Independence Day. And I put a picture of what we were having today, which was barbecue ribs. And I made potato salad and I made my husband coleslaw. I said my husband because it's got Cool Whip in it and I won't eat it. Can't eat Cool Whip. But what did you guys maybe make for today? Did you have any special? Hey, the bud. Did you have any special food for today for the holiday? Um, just wondering, or if there's anything that you miss that you used to have, fixed during the holiday. Put it in the side chat or put it in the comments if you're watching the replay. But I will show you while you're answering me. I will show you one thing that I did get into, and I don't have much left. It doesn't look like much of anything, but this was packed full. These are actually green mango slices in here in a pickling solution with a Thai pepper, a Thai chili pepper. Oh, so good. So, so good. I'm going to have to find, this is my little bag of cards and things that I brought home. And it was from, I'll have to find it. They're actually on the back of my shirt. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can do that old thing that like some of us girls used to be able to do in the car. Then I can show you some of the sponsors. Oh, rainy day today, and I happily stayed. Yes, we were supposed to have a lot more rain. So anyway, there's my lovely volunteer backwards. Possibly. Hi, Passamaquoddy, welcome in. I had leftover pizza, stayed in and out of the heat as much as possible. Okay, so you guys are you're having the heat and not the rain. We're getting the rain today off and on. in areas, but over our house, no. Okay, so let me see. There we go. It was Backyard Mangoes where I got these from. There were so many tables that next year what I'm going to do is go around and snap a picture of each and every table. Fruitful Trees was there. That's Paul channel. Tropical Acres Farms, Paul and him, and I don't know if it was Backyard Mangoes, but these two mainly put it together with the help of the University of Florida, who sponsored it, and all these other sponsors. But you saw a lot of U of F, how do you say it, like their tablecloths and everything like that around. We also had Zill High Performance. That's it. Zill High Performance Plant. And I got a picture finally with Mr. Zill, the other brother, Gary. Like so minute on here. Backyard Farms. They're in Delray Beach. And this is, Naga Gardens. I'll show you what I got from Naga Gardens. This is lychee honey from their lychee trees. And here's what my leftover lychees that I have still. Hey, Rob in the garden. Hey, Andrew, welcome in. But this, I haven't cracked it open yet. I'm like saving it. But this is their lychee honey from their bees on their farm. And that's from Naga Farms. I got mangoes from various different vendors, but Truly Tropical was where I got quite a few. I'm trying to see if she's on here. She should be. Yeah, she's right in the center. I'm a dingy. Truly Tropical. Truly Tropical is actually located right across the street from where I used to teach. She was like, if I could have stood up on where like my sink was and everything, because I was kind of, the windows were up above so people couldn't look in from the street and see my kids. I could look and see, people's ankles, but I could look over across the street and see the farm, which I didn't know at the time. Let me see what else I got. I did have pictures. You guys are going to probably have to just wait for the video. I was hoping tonight I could do a slideshow. It's just not doing it. It is not helping me at all. When I go to present, it won't even, like, I can open it from my downloads, but it will not open the file. Oh boy, they're going off over here. Yeah, it's not working, and I don't want to lose you guys. I'm so disappointed that happened. But let's see. Let's move on to well, you know what? This is going to be so lame. I don't know if there's a way I can do it sideways. Okay, this is like super lame and super non-technical, but at least it will allow me to show some of the pictures. Okay, this is Paul from the Fruiting Trees, and he's the one who is, let me clean my little phone off. He's the one who is local, and well, all of them are local, but he's local. Like, I mean, he's on my Facebook Marketplace, which is kind of cool. And then Joe Serrano, who was in here before, was asking if I ever met them. They are down in Miami. This is Sleepy Lizard Farms. They do a lot of avocados. He also, oops, there it goes. He also has a channel on YouTube. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute. I skipped right over. Orlando Gardner. I got to meet him, and I got to help his wife get a shirt like this when I first started volunteering. I went and got one for his wife, and he was really appreciative. Very, very friendly people. This was like just such a joy. Like, the people were so, so friendly. This is a picture of the Rare Fruit Council. I think it's of Palm Beach County. Rare Fruit Council, Palm Beach. Most amazing table. Let me see if I can just, it's not going to let, well, maybe it'll let me. That is just a quarter of it. It was all mangoes. All different varieties. Let me turn on down my phone. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All different varieties of mangoes, all the way up. I don't know how many. It was like 8 of these full length tables. I've never seen. And if you go over to Fruitful Trees channel, he has, I believe, a video of it. I think he just posted either today or yesterday of the Mango Festival, and you will see how long this table is. It's amazing. And then Joy of Joys, and I also got this brings me to I did only get 2 plants, and I will tell you the whole story in a second as to why, like, this is minimal shopping for me at an event like this, and yeah, if I had more money, it would be more, but also if I had more time, it would have been more well thought out. I was kinda, like, just grabbing stuff. Yeah, welcome and thank you. I really appreciate you coming in. Yes, thank you for sharing the links, Miss Sharon. And if I missed anybody coming in, I'm sorry. I'm a little thrown off because this would not come up on the live tonight. So it would be big screen. But I got a Grimmel, it's called Jaboticaba. I have the Sabra, which is like a dark grape. I have the red, which fruits and it flowers and fruits sooner than the Sabra. Sometimes the Sabra, which is like a purple grape, and it grows right on the tree, can take like 15 years. And the red is like half that. They also had the Scarlet, which I couldn't afford um, because of the size. Like they had sold out of all the smaller ones. And then they had the Grimmel, and I was like, I can get that one. And I wanted to get it because it was from Pete Canaris. I got to meet Pete Canaris. I'm like, I can't believe for as long as I've watched Pete Canaris and oh hi Pete and David the Good that I met Pete Canaris first. And I met him there at the Mango Festival. And his stand was amazing. Like his setup was amazing. It was a ton of Jaboticabas. Yeah, there's my green dreams. I still have my bag. And this is the Jaboticaba kind of peeking out of the top. Also, you can kind of see something else I got, and I will have to take out their cards later and put it in the video, like put this all in a video together. But I bought these markers that are, oh, hold on. Now it's going out of focus. There we go. The markers are pressed glass. They're hard to kind of see. I don't know if I can. Let me take off my little blur in the background. I hope everybody's good. I am just so upset that it wouldn't work. And now it's got me all, how do you say, just, oh, there's audio. Okay, virtual background. Huh, it says there's none, but there is a blur in my background. Liar pants on fire. Hold on, let me see. It might be the camera's on. Hmm. All right, I'm taking off the touch up my appearance, so it still has like that Boku or however you say that effect. It's not Boku, it's called something else. Anyway, there they are. You can kind of see them. It still wants to go out. Come on, camera. It's just not meant to be tonight. I'm starting to think like, there we go. A little bit. Hold still. There we go. There's the pressed glass markers. What's funny is before I went here, I had been thinking about a garden that was in my parents' neighborhood, and the lady had these glass spirals. And I was thinking, like, oh, I would love to have something like that for my yard. They were beautiful. And they would just like stick up through her flowers. And I was like, yeah, but if they were spirals, Malachi would just, snap them off possibly outside. And then I found these ladies, and yeah, they were so nice. And they handmade, she had like 3. So I bought 2 of her 3. They weren't cheap. So that's where my money went. Um, and then what's next to them, and you cannot see, and I'll show it in the video, it's just looking like a stick, is I got a Canistel fruit, or it's called peanut butter fruit tree. That's my first one. Now, the next selfie picture is with somebody named Har, and he works over at Truly Tropical, and he was part of a long table. Come on, you were getting it before. A long table discussion at the very end that I got to make. and I wasn't a part of it. I was part of the audience. There we go. And the next one, this is Tropical Acres. That's the couple that runs it. Super, super nice. And the name just escaped me out the back door. I'll come back to it. So nice. And this is Gary Zill. Now, Gary Zill is high performance, Zill High Performance Mangoes. And he is the reason that we have all these various mangoes, at least 3/4 of the ones on the table that you saw, that really, really long table. And he's the one who makes like those coconut cream mangoes, the ones that I could not find to save my life. Like Shawnee gave me a list and I found Mahad Chinook and that was it. The like pineapple pleasure was gone. The only place I did see coconut cream was on that table, that long table. Now, the last person I'm going to show you is John from Growing Your Greens on YouTube. I met him and he's a OG of the gardening and home community. He's out in Las Vegas. But yeah, it was, I say we, I'm so used to this lady and I, her name was Margot. Bibbidi bopped all around the place. This is Margot. I couldn't put her in the slideshow because of the way the slide cut her, but she was such a wonderful lady to meet. And I'll tell you how I met her. So when I first arrived, like I said, I had my camera. The line was already around the room that we were in, which was very large. And oh, you had fried salmon burgers, hot dogs, and hot link. Oh, okay. Main dish freaking stuff. I bet. Yeah, I actually ended up eating like teriyaki, it was like teriyaki sweet and sour chicken. And I just ate because I'm not really eating pork. And so my husband enjoyed the ribs, and then we took a plate over to his pastor, his and my son's pastor's church. Like it's our church, our family church, but my husband and my son are the ones who mainly go to it. And so when I arrived there, the line already was getting a little hectic and people were coming in, didn't know where they were going. And I had been listening to the lady who runs the facility. None of the volunteers were up near the door yet. So I was just helping her direct traffic. Where's the bathroom? I knew where the bathroom was, and I was helping her do all that. Like I was her secondhand person, just to give her help because she was all by herself. And she's the one who finally said, "Hey, will you make this girl volunteer, please?" And I went up to Alex and even asked him. That's who that was. Tropical Acres is Alex, and he was fine with it. I just had to go sign up and give them my name and everything, and they give you a wristband. So I go and do that. I continue to help at the front door, and then the line for that was VIP filled the room and started to go out the door a little bit. Not too bad. We were having to keep the facilities manager, I guess who it was, came and said, you've got to keep these doors open because they had pickleball at the other half of the community at the center. And she's like, you got to keep these doors open. Sorry about that. Now it's Wi-Fi, so I don't know how tonight it's going to go. Anyway, I became a volunteer. Long and very hot outside. I noticed there was elderly people in the line, and I noticed there was people with canes in the line. And I looked at the facilities person I was working with, and I'm like, we can't do this to these people. It's like 90 degrees outside. We can't, like the elderly and the people who, can't move well, like those in wheelchairs and walking with canes or walkers, they can't be out in this. And she looked at me and she goes, I know. I was like, well, forget it. They're not going to be. And I started fishing people out of the line that were like that. I was, if I saw somebody who was a caregiver with their grandparent, they were coming in because they all had the same ticket. Um, but those people couldn't be out in the heat because the line, what it did was it went out of the facility all the way around down a sidewalk. Like we ended up, hey, Rachel, Jamie, good to see you. We ended up having 6,000 tickets sold, and they had to stop and say, okay, we can't sell any more tickets. Well, as I was escorting a family that had two people with canes, hi, Beth Schuler, two people walking with canes into oh no, it's gonna drop again, I think. That's when I met Margot. Margot came in on her own, but you could tell, like, she wasn't walking in a strong stride. You could tell something was a little different. Um, and but she wasn't with this group. Like, I couldn't tell that she was, like, not walking okay, but I was taking this group, and I thought she was just trying to come along. "Hey, Food Forest Orange Culture, welcome in." And so I was like, "Are you with this group? Because I've gotta take this group, and I I don't." And she's like, "I need my wheelchair." So she had ordered a wheelchair. And I was like, "Oh, okay, hold on. I will help you. Let me get them, up to where, they can get tickets and get through." And immediately, like, I just directed him to another volunteer, and I went right to her and I said, "Well, where did they tell you?" And we picked up her wheelchair. One of the wheelchairs, we couldn't get it to open. Like, it was just a little bit of chaos at first. You could just see it on her face when she said wheelchair, the pain went across her face. And so we open up the other wheelchair, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's like kid size. I hope my butt can fit in it." She was hilarious, and she had a Jamaican accent. So she was from Jamaica. Um, and you could tell she was just so grateful when she sat down. Like, you can just tell. Like, my mom was in a lot of pain throughout her life, and I just was like, "Oh, I know this look on the face. I know this behavior." She gets in her chair, and then they had just cut off ticket sales. And she says, "Oh, I need to buy a ticket. Where do I need to do that?" I was like, "Oh, no, are you serious? You don't have a ticket?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "They just closed ticket sales." I said, "They're done. They're sold out." And she's like, "No." Well, I had bought a ticket and tell me this isn't like a God thing. Like, we didn't have somebody watching over us. I said, "Listen, I just became a volunteer. I wasn't even supposed to volunteer. I had bought a ticket. Let me see if Alex can work something out and I can give you my ticket and you can get in on my ticket." And Alex looked at both of us and he looked at her in the wheelchair. He's like, "I'm not going to keep her out. Like, no, go ahead. That's fine. Yeah, let her use your ticket." And everybody was, happy to just give her her little wristband. And we went in, and I just felt bad just leaving her, like, to push herself around because it was packed. It was a packed, huge convention center with, people all around the tables and all the vendors. And I said, "What do you think about me becoming your volunteer?" I said, "I am a volunteer." I said, "I wasn't supposed to volunteer." I said, "But what do you think about me wheeling you around?" I said, "There's volunteers now up at the front that can take my place." And she's like, "You don't have to do that, but is that okay?" And I was like, "It's fine with me." And we just took off. We took off for hours and enjoyed each other's company as if we were related, and, talked plants. We stopped by and saw Lara Farms. I think his name is Jamie. That'll be in my video too. I might have to do like two different videos just for the panel and his talk on putting scions into a mango, like how to graft. He did two different grafts in front of us. And anyway, Margot and I ended up spending the day together until I think she left around 3-ish. And she bought her things, and even a young man from one of the stands helped walk out her sugar apple with us, and we took her to her car. And then by 3 o'clock to 5, I could go around then and see if anybody else needed help, but also I could go around to the vendors and grab some things, and I either grab them with her or I grab them after. Oh, welcome in Prepared Thriving Wellness family. Sorry, I didn't get to say hello. Hey. So I covered some of what I got. The mangoes that I did end up getting were on the slideshow. The two I love and I've had it before, and this one I got on my way out. This was not from Truly Tropical. This is called the Honey Kiss. That is from Walter Zill, and that's Gary Zill's brother. He saved the Honey Kiss. But I got to hear from Gary Zill how they did it right before I went. Walter Zill wrote this book, and that's his wife when she's younger. It's called Maturing with Mangoes, and it's his story of growing up on a mango orchard. His father started everything, kind of. I think it was actually his grandfather, but his father's in the book, and that's where he learned how to graft from. Andrew, have a good night. That book I had, but the Honey Kiss Mango he helped save, and then the last year that he was at, him and his wife were at their stand. He only had Honey Kiss because somebody had come and stole all their mangoes in the middle of the night. So he had tables and tables of this mango that he helped save. It saved them kind of financially that year at their fruit stand, which was so odd. But right before I did get that mango, I forgot to tell you guys this was, Margot was so grateful, but she was like, I met a new family member. Basically, she called me later that night and she's like, I already told my family I have a new daughter and I've adopted you. And that's like, I went up to Alex later and I said, thank you for, working with us with letting her in, even though she could use my ticket, but thank you for working with us on that. I said, it felt like me having my mom there. That was before I got the call from her that she had adopted me as her daughter. So I was like, I'm glad I wasn't the only one feeling that. And she's like, we were just such in sync. But the Honey Kiss Mango is one that I'm waiting on. It's actually still hard. A lot of the mangoes were picked early so the vendors could bring as much as possible so there would be enough. The other one I have that I can't wait to try is the Sweet Tart. It's got a little of the black spot, so I try to actually wipe that area with some soapy water so it wouldn't spread. This is called the Kesar. I've never tried one of these. I did get I think it was called a gram because it just said GRM. I think it was a gram. I didn't like it, but I don't know if I let it go too long. So that could have been me. So I always have to. Oh, thanks, official Jamie. I know you and I are such softies. Um, oh my goodness. And then this was so sweet. This was what I didn't know about volunteering. I didn't volunteer for this reason. The volunteers at the end of the event get to go to that table that's very, very long and choose mangoes off of it. That is like their benefit, like their thank you for volunteering at this event. They get to go and choose mangoes. Well, somebody from the Rare Fruit Council had some on a chair behind, but the whole table, by the time I came down after taking my selfie, you know, Gary Zill and Har from Truly Tropical, it was gone. Like everything was gone off those tables. The tables, some of them were even, folded up. Like that's how quick it all went. Oh, LP, have a happy 4th. Have a really good one. And I'm sorry I couldn't have the official slideshow because I had technical difficulties. But this is the one I wanted to try, the mystery one. I was going to try it. Hold on, let me stop the camera so I can take out my gum. But tell me what you guys are up to today on the 4th while I'm getting this mango ready, and if you have ever tried any Florida mangoes. Because most of the mangoes in stores are not from Florida. They are, oh, this one seems like, hold on, let me cut it the right way. This one's got fiber, I think. Most of the mangoes from stores are from Mexico, and it's usually the Tommy Atkins and the El Tufo, I think, or the honey mango. Hmm. All right, let me cut it. Did anybody get to have barbecue today? I know some of you are just staying out of the heat. Is it raining where you guys are today? Okay, so there we have it. On the outside, it is kind of like a sunrise. It's pretty with a little green still on it. I'm glad to find out what the mango is. It's really good. Doesn't have citrus. It's very mild. I was kind of hoping it was a like one of the orange ones, like an orange sherbet or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It just melts in your mouth. It's such a light mango flavor. It might be one of those citrus ones because sometimes if they get watered down, you can't taste the citrus notes in them. I'm going to watch Paul's video again and look at the mangoes on the table. Oh no! Or just her mango jam. I bet that's really good though, Duncan. That counts. I am so sorry you're recovering from a stomach virus. That's terrible. Oh, that reminds me. Now that you say that, here, let me clean my fingers. One of the books I bought while I was there was actually Paul's book from Fruitful Trees. He's also raw vegan, and he started when he was very young. Like, if you go over and look at Fruitful Trees, he is much, hold on, it's not going to focus. Oh, there we go. That's him, I guess, when he started his journey. He was about, I think it said 19. I had just read a few pages around that. He was a teenager and he had gotten a really serious stomach issue that kept him sick for a really long time. And that's what led him to become a raw vegan to heal. Mm. I bought that book on my way out. Oh, please welcome to the stage when she's ready. Unless she's going to stay down. I'm not sure. And the other person I met was somebody who's doing my business that I already that I wanted to do. And she's really cute. I got to meet. Her name is Jennifer Tabor Realitz. She's from Jupiter Farms, that's where my new friend Margot, or my new mom Margot, is from, my adopted mom. And her book is called The Food Forest Revolution. And both of these I got signed by the authors. But she, at her table, was selling cuttings and everything to help you get started with your food forest. So that's what I wanted to do, was to like group everything together and kind of help jumpstart people's food forests down here. And I still might do it. We'll see. I don't know. That might eventually happen. We never know. We never know. Might. But I got those two books at the event. She was very nice. She had sorrel tea at her table, which was very tasty. She made it like the Jamaican sorrel way, so it had some spices in it. It was delicious. And Margot had some because she knew her personally, and she even said like, "Oh, that's so good. That's like back home." I'm having tart cherry juice with a little bit of bubbly water. But oh, I think she's having the same kind of issues I was, technical. I see my diva in the dirt down below, but I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Do you want to come up or stay down? Up? Yes? Okay. I'm bringing her up to the stage.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. I'm just finishing my mystery mango that I got. I don't even know what that is, Aid. A New Hope for the first time, and he's 34. Aiden here says, my friend Steve is about to watch A New Hope for the first time, and he's 34. I don't even know what that is, so I would be 54 watching it for the first time. Oops. Oops. Sorry. Everybody's saying hello to Diva.
Oh, I think it's Star Wars. I looked it up.
It's Star Wars.
Star
movie?
Wars.
Oh, okay. I might have
A
seen
New
parts
Hope.
of it.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. So it's
is it?
version 4, episode 4.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. They got just merge into one after a while for me.
Yeah.
How are you, Miss Diva? Happy 4th of July in America to my Canadian friend.
Happy 4th of July. I did have ability for the chat before, and then I did something, and I don't know.
There's something going on with StreamYard.
Well, I could be in my music account and not my Diva in the Dirt account. I don't know. I was able to do the chat. So
okay. Weird.
Storms, good to see you. Yeah, thank you. Good to see you, Duncan, and Prepared Thriving Wellness Family. Hello, good to see you.
As we knew her. Formerly known as Gardening Warrior.
Oh, right. That's right. Thank you for clarifying that. It's been a few weeks, so much only keeps in the brain. I love all your twinkle lights behind you.
Thank you. That's my new thing.
So it's like gardening inside.
Yeah, kind of. We'll see how it goes. I asked ChatGPT what she thought of my background, and she said I needed lights. I have lights, but for some reason they're casting blue tonight too. That's what I mean about StreamYard. Something's weird between my camera and StreamYard. Before it wasn't blue, like it didn't have this whole blue cast. It's really weird.
To me, I think you look great.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you. I wish I would have gotten to meet Mad Farm. I realized, hey, I told him I'm going to be in my shirt. And then I ended up volunteering and not being in my shirt. I ended up being in their shirt and walking around with my new friend, Margot.
Yeah. Hi,
that was
Sharon.
a good thing. So I guess you guys, of course, don't celebrate our day, but what have you been up to today, Miss Diva? In the dirt?
Today was bread. So I was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That's why I was late. We had dinner and a movie, and then went to shake bread because the bread wasn't quite done and that. So but we had Canada Day on Tuesday, so that's our same thing as yours.
Well, happy Canada Day. Is that what you guys say? Happy Canada Day? Is that the greeting?
You're welcome to say it, but I'm not going to receive it.
Happy Independence from Canada's overbearing this day?
No, there's no
overstepping.
There's no such thing as independence. There was when they first started it, but then
not anymore.
There is no more.
Oh, I meant to tell you guys that Noe, what is his name? Darn it, I wish Joe was here. He knows him by first name from Sleepy Lizard Farms. His wife Noe's so sweet and so bubbly, and she gave me her card. She's like, just come down anytime. Yeah, Jamie's down here too, and that's the other farm that I was talking about that did the grafting earlier. But no, he's like giving me her card. She's a wellness coach. I was like, no way. I'm like, that seems to be the thing with us growing.
Everybody wants to get well. Everybody needs to get well.
That's right. That's right. So here's my they were giving out. I just dropped it. My sticker.
Oh.
my sticker. Oh, but that it was from the same. I was going to say the same table. I got this sticker from.
Oh,
Thank you, Tom from Sleepy. Oh, he was so nice, Man Farm. So nice. Everybody really was. There was just a couple people who had that me first in line thing going on, but not many. Really, really not many. A lot of lovely people. This Science for Tropicals, I think, was their other business. They didn't go by that, but I got a free sign for my Nom Doc My Mango from them, and
oh
that's what they were
wow.
doing. Yeah, they were like, of course, join their list. They're doing a raffle. And then I stopped by the extension service where I get all my calendar for the annuals and information on plants.
Oh, that's
Just
excellent.
great time. You didn't get to see right in here, but lychee honey.
Oh,
off their
wow.
off their farm, and I got a couple of their lychees, and they're the reddest lychees I've ever seen. They're just so picture perfect, and they were delicious. That was the other thing when we were there. They're just beautiful lychees. When we were when we were there, Margot and I sat. She wanted to buy me lunch. I'm like, no, 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 just buy me water because I was so hot, pushing around the wheelchair, and she didn't know like I'm gonna be sore for days doing this. Like
Mm.
because I don't know what I said. I didn't even say anything about the fibro. I said something. She's like, oh, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. I meant to do this. Hey, good to see you, James. JGDB Haven." But yeah, that it was wonderful to walk around with her. Hold on. I'm trying to see which ones. Oh, this is the next thing that's going on that I have a card here for on July 19th and 20th, 2025. There is a
Ooh.
reptile and exotic plant super show, but this one will be at the South Florida Fairgrounds. I'm not really a reptile buying person. I would go and look at them, but I want to go look at, more. It looks like these, though. I don't know if they're going to be fruit plants. Oh, no, it says fruit trees also. So Saturday,
Ooh.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in case you're local. And you can buy tickets at Zane's World. He has a nursery and he does expos also, Zane's World Expos. Here you go. You can scan that. But yeah, just a lot. They have Farmers Feed Florida was there with the Farm Credit Bureau.
Hmm.
Um,
So Storms want to know if you brought enough for the whole class.
I wish. I'm sorry. Oh, that's what I was saying. Margot and I went to sit down to have lunch, and there was a nice couple there that was eating dragon fruit, and then I brought over my lychee, and then we all kind of shared. These are just like total
Oh.
strangers. This is like plant.
Oh.
It's that community.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of community thing. And then I
So
had said I met Green Dreams. I met Pete Canaris, who I've been
nice.
watching as long as I've watched David the Good.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
So Robin Gardens, she was wanting to know what everybody was harvesting. Now, most people are saying it, within the chat there. So there is some
Mostly
things that are
peppers.
coming.
Yeah.
Cucumbers and strawberries. Well, I think that was for the event, what you guys had. And then
Mm.
Robin says that harvested my garlic, nice but small this year. French fingerlings, last of the cherries and peas. Also got one
Wow. Mizuna.
Mizuna.
Yeah.
What is a
Seed
Mizuna?
harvest. Is it like a spinach, the Mizuna, Robin? I can't remember. Hey, Joe, you missed the pictures. Good to see you. Hit the replay if you can, if you want. But I have a picture with Sleepy Lizard. I thought you would enjoy that.
Oh, it's a mustard.
It's a mustard. I knew it
Mm.
sounded familiar. Okay. That's how I know it, as a mustard. Oh, there we go. Okay. Mangoes, cataly guava, mulberries, passion fruit. That's one of my Florida people. Just
Official
so.
Jamie, as she says, okra, yellow pear, tomatoes, purple hull peas, lady cream peas. Ooh.
Ooh, that's our Central Florida. See the difference is we might have okra coming in and some peppers, but it's mostly tropical fruit.
Hello, sir.
Where are you? I'm trying to find you. Oh, there.
Me?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just trying to find you in the side chat because I wanted to go back up
oh okay.
to. I just wanted to go back up to where is it? Garlic is great, Mad Farm said, which it is, and it's. I'm still wondering how that's gonna go down
Hi,
here.
Howie.
Hi, Howie. Oh, I think I said hi to Howie earlier.
Yeah, you did, but he's just saying
Okay.
hello to me.
Oh, okay. You just get another hello. What? Howie? I don't get two hellos.
Well, no, that was probably my first hello because he didn't, when he said hello the first
I'm
time,
teasing.
he
I'm
only
teasing.
said hello to you.
I'm teasing you both.
Now he's wanting to say
Oh.
hello to me.
Guava. I almost bought a guava, Mad Farm. I had a pink guava and I killed it. But mulberries, I harvested some of my mulberries from the which mulberries are you harvesting? I got the Bryce's world's best.
There you go.
Thanks, Howie. You get multiple hellos too. Thanks, Howie. Yeah, Mad Farm has a special passion fruit I want to get a cutting from because he offered it. So I would love to try and get that going because mine keep getting eaten by iguanas. I did not get the picture of this one, but I looked out while I was making dinner for tonight, and I look out. He was this big around, and he was probably a foot long up up my moringa tree again. So yeah, I'm harvesting the moringa seeds, and we sent some over to the pastor tonight. He had never heard of moringa, which I was surprised. Oh, the Thai dwarf. Yeah, I had Thai. I think mine is the everbearing, and it's going to be like their third round of fruit if they fruit again. If you just cut them, they start to flower again and fruit. This was the other thing I got. It's called the Jet Set Kiss, which I'm probably going to give to my daughter. There was a lot of vendors there that made their own products, and this was one of them.
Wow.
What I thought was nice with this one was they actually have like the seal. I didn't, yeah. I'm like, I didn't notice that until we left, but I would like to find out how. I'm gonna have to look that up. But really smart with the advertising.
Yeah, the QR code.
Yeah, really nice
Mm-hmm.
top with all the ingredients. The only thing is, she did say there's no like bad stuff. It's non-essential oils, but she said it doesn't have any of the plastics, and she was telling me, I forget. She's like, it doesn't have any bad stuff in it though. But any kind of fragrance that isn't from essential oils, you always run that risk of it being an endocrine disruptor. So with me and my sensitivities, I'm just like, well, maybe Hannah can try it on her legs or something. I don't. But that was when I was shopping with Margot, and I got carried away a little bit. And it's like you want to support these small businesses too.
Yeah.
Hers was Luxury Essentials was the brand.
Mm.
Here's another mango sticker. Whee!
Mad Farm says you're welcome to come to the farm in Locks.
Yay! Oh, then maybe well, you probably have the Everbearing. I think I have the Illinois Everbearing, the dwarf. Did you make the live stream? Yes, I was there. Yep. Yeah, I was there in the side chat with you. I was calling him my nephew. People couldn't understand why. I was like, because we have a lot in common. He actually lives down where I used to live, and we both were potters at one time. Yeah, it's the Thai dwarf mulberry. There are so many mulberries. I want to go over and get the green mulberry. There's a green mulberry near me. Mad Farm. I don't live far from Excalibur. Excalibur wholesales to a lot of the nurseries locally. So I have the source. The one I would like to get and get my LLC is Let me see. Maybe I'll look up the Thai dwarf so you can see it.
Mm.
It looks kind of like the Everbearing, I think. Is it just a little bit bigger? Mad Farm. I have the other.
So Robin says, new to me this year, white alpine strawberries. It's hard to figure them out when they're ripe, but they're so tasty and they're very pineapple-y. One of the things, Robin, what I find I don't know if you have the one that puts out suckers, because I've got two different kinds, but basically is I just go and I grass, like once they're a good size, is I just gently kind of, if it just easily pops off, then I know it's good and ripe. But if it wants to stay on, leave it alone. But I have the ones that are blowing, that put out suckers, and so I've got them in a hanging basket, one of them, and they'll actually make fruit, like where the new baby is starting. The fruit will actually grow just even from. So it's very pretty. Ooh, look at those. Woo-hoo.
That's the Thai dwarf, and they load up just like my Illinois Everbearing. And that's kind of, my Illinois Everbearing looks kind of similar, but I think these are a little bit larger in size. I think Mad Farm, aren't they? The Thai is a little bit bigger than the Everbearing. Wow, that thing is going crazy. But that's what mine was. Mine was loaded like that, the first fruiting and the second fruiting this year, but I still only took 3 gallons from it because I would have been out there all the time picking. Let's see,
Right.
picked cherries, raspberries, honeyberry. Wow. Josta berries. I haven't tried, I don't know what those are. And dug many kinds of potatoes and gave them away. Oh, that's so sweet, Howie. Heading to San Juan Islands after the weekend. Is that like a place to go up there?
Well, there's lots of islands, because we're an island out. There's lots of islands in between us and the mainland, and so they do call the area like the San Juan Islands.
My mulberry is loaded. Yeah, that's awesome.
I need to come over to your place and get some cuttings from you, Howie.
Oh, Joe, I could have sworn you forgot to tell him I was on tonight. Yeah, he's gonna have me up after he has Gardner Scott. Oh, you unlived it? Okay, I can send you something like that, Official Jamie, if I can get my butt to the post office. Maureen knows about my situation at the post office. I think it gives me diseases. I think that's why I don't go that often. Put them in the green stock, which is also new this year. Nice. I was looking at those today because they were having a sale, but on the green stock website, not so much the affiliates, but Greenstock itself was having a sale.
Right.
Yeah, I thought about it, but
I'm uncertain about I'm talking again about the alpine strawberries. I'm not sure, because I knew I planted, I received one white strawberry from a friend, but then I'd also planted these from seed. And I think the alpines that I have are ones that do put out runners. Official Jamie, I would love it.
Oh, okay, girl, I will send you some.
Welcome, Living Miracle Homestead. Robin says, one year two.
Which? Year two. Yeah, once it gets going, you'll get a lot more. And they're great. I was actually going to make a mulberry cobbler today and then realized I don't know where my butter is. I thought I had more in the freezer, but I don't. Hi, Kathy. Love my green stalks. Yeah, I was thinking of getting some, but I have the Dollar Tree ones that I need to put on a post and put out first. And I had plans for them too, to decorate them a little different than what they are. Like I wanted to do a cheaper version and then do the green stalks and kind of compare. Lady here sells luscious big cherries, toothpaste at 10 cents. Wow, nice. Yes,
toothpaste was each.
It's a good deal. I think that's a good deal for those. Those berries are expensive here. They're about that. It seems like once you weigh them, they're about that expensive. Not cheap, but kind of by the pound here. They're not cheap either. I don't know if they're 10 cents, though. That is a little bit pricey. We're Grafted mulberry. You're welcome to take a cutting. Never made mulberry cuttings before. I shall try. Oh, they're super, super easy. You just cut them and stick them in the ground. Howie. Air layer is cool too, but really easy to just propagate them, sticking them in sandy soil. Or your whatever soil you've got them in now. They're really hard to kill down here too. They want to live, but we don't. Down this far south, you have to get the red mulberry. Further north, they just have the native red. You didn't get good. Nematodes might have attacked the one that you had. There's certain one. It's the Bryce's World's Best. They will go after that rootstock. So you have to have grafted rootstock for some of them. I've had a great time with mine. In fact, Malachi pulled mine out. It looked dead. I mean, the whole thing was brown. The leaves were crispy. I put it back in the ground, and it just resurrected itself, and now that's my mulberry tree. And then what I did too, I mean, I abused this thing, and then I took its branches because they kept shooting up and out and all over the place. I bent them down like a willow tree, and it makes it easy. I go underneath the tree and just pluck them, and then I go around the outside and pluck them, and then I just trim them off the ground because they grow almost and touch the ground. Oh, wow. You have the black mulberry. Ooh. That's crazy that you guys have Bing cherries. Does it get cool there? Is that why? Okay. Bing cherries have begun to grow in Chihuahua, northern Mexico. Maybe they can also be Chile. Maybe. I don't know that area too well at all. I don't know geography too well, period. But then to ask me to know Mexico. I used to think Marine was like way, way up, you know, out near the igloos. Yeah,
you thought I was near Alaska.
Oops. My Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is dumping. My Wi-Fi. Darn it. Get off my Wi-Fi, kid. I'm charging you. Plays Overwatch. It takes up so much space. Oh, it got way too big. Yeah, I keep mine small and I pull down the branches so it won't do that. And now I just invested and got my electric chainsaw pole saw. So I used it just on the Plumera so far because it had some branches that needed to come down, and then I noticed it had other ones that needed to come down because they just fell off. So it's definitely got some kind of disease going on, which makes my heart sad because that came from my parents. So I've got to totally trim it back and find where it started. Maybe use some of that special paint. Oh, good night, Howie.
Good night, Howie.
Have a blessed sleep and a good day tomorrow. But I don't know if I think I got pretty much everything. Now I just will be in search for what mango that was that I picked up. And then, of course, right after I came home with mangoes, somebody gave Theron mangoes for me. So
well, is that really a problem for you?
Not really a problem.
Is there a moment where you have too many mangoes? Not Carol.
No. As long as I can cut them and like put them in the freezer and save them and not let them go to waste, it's fine. I did get one that I don't know what it was, but I think it was Mad Farm who taught me that I think it was him, that it's a terpene with the pine flavor, that pine flavor in the mango. Well, this was like beyond pine. I didn't like it. I'm like, is this the turpentine mango? Because it had that chemical. Oh, did I drop again? Sorry, guys. It had almost like a chemical note to it. It was so strong. Oh, good night, Kathy. It's good to see you in here, hon. Still praying for you. Everybody, send prayers Kathy's way. Her mama just walked home with Jesus recently. Much love. I love you, Kathy. I know I've been there. It's no fun, but it's good to know where they are. They're home with the Lord. Oh, you wish you could, maybe in a greenhouse. You never know, Miss Sharon. Never know. I bet you could pull it off if anybody could. In a greenhouse, yeah, for sure. Just you need a green. Oh, well, then you also need the humidity through your winter. So you'd have to have something for the humidity. But they do heat. If you have a heated greenhouse and you have maybe those big things, the barrels of water, I don't know. Oh, that's why I also have to catch the first part. Yes. I just actually, that was after I showed the pictures. I'll show you again this one. I actually was so excited when I got it because I thought of you, Joe. Oh, well, let me find where it is on my phone.
So Miss Sharon says no greenhouse, so she needs to get a greenhouse.
No, yeah. I want one of those houses where you live within the greenhouse. Like if I live up north in the frigid cold, I want to build my house inside a greenhouse. For sure. There it is, Keynote. I was so bummed the Keynote wouldn't, I downloaded it to a PDF and it wouldn't match up. I was having horrible, it kept telling me download it to a PDF. I did. It wouldn't let me bring it up. I'll show you just this one picture, but you got to go back to see the rest. There you go, Joe. Ta-da! Look who I met. Sleepy Lizard. Who you met? Yeah, that was sad, Joe. That was sad for sure. But
yeah, put a hot tub in the greenhouse.
There you go. Perfect. Brenda, awesome idea. Get your humidity and you get a hot tub.
What special drink are you drinking?
I'm drinking my tart cherry juice with sparkling water. The dwarf mangoes? Oh, yeah. Definitely. Does Mad Farms?
Good night, Jamie.
Good night, Jamie. Thank you for coming in, hon. Oh, look. What? Please welcome to the stage, my friend and yours, Steve in the Dirt, Miss Shawnee Grows in one of my shirts. Shut up. No, you didn't. Oh, I love on you. And I love the color. It's so pretty.
Hello.
I feel bad now that I haven't got Marine hers. It's in my
Paprika.
bag. Great. I think that's the color Marine has because they didn't have
This
the
is
other
an extra
color.
large.
How do you feel? The fit is okay. This though, like what I said, it's like if you get anything messy, it's so. But this one's like that too. Like it's such a big patch. You can just wipe it off and move along your day.
I'm wondering if there's a way to send a different type of image, like still have this image, but ask ChatGPT to take out the white background for a t-shirt design and see if it still does this. Why does everything look different? Did StreamYard change everything? Everything is different.
StreamYard's having issues tonight because it kept telling me to download my file into a PDF, and I did 3 times, and I was like, I did. Because I was going to do a slideshow tonight.
I just got home, so I'm going to watch the replay to support our Mango Show gal here. And yes, I have a shirt.
Yes, it looks great on you.
Yeah, I did roll up the sleeves a little just because I was hot. The neck was choking me out, so I did cut it. But
that's okay. I've done that. I've done that. See,
it's thick. It's a good I can wash this 100 times, right? It has a good length to it. It's the extra large.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't like things tight, so.
No, I don't either.
And it was so fast. I ordered this on Friday's show.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, mine took forever, and I was worried, and so did Maureen's.
I got it yesterday.
Oh, good.
So way quicker than past experiences. Yeah.
You mean the one you bought from Diva in the Dirt?
It was from spring from Diva in the Dirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But was that like, is it Canada and America that they do? Maybe they got confused that you would just have a bunch of Canadian people following you.
No.
They're like, oh, they're fine. They're so laid back in Canada. That's okay.
Mm.
Oh, wait, this one's in Minnesota. Shoot, hurry up.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were so nice. Noe said to call her Noe, but yeah. Because I read her full name and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce that right. Yeah, it looks great on her. I agree. It does suit
It's
her.
great color.
Yep. But now I'm feeling very guilty for not getting my package. But I keep poking it, sticking things in there. That's
It's
what's
gonna,
happening.
you know what? Then it's gonna
It's going to
cost
be a
you
box and it's going to cost me
$1,000 just to send it. And you better
7,000.
2,000.
2,000 Canadian. Oh my gosh. So what have you ladies been up to since I'm babbling? For your
Maureen, have you talked about it yet today? Have you spoke about what you've been up to yet?
Nope.
Okay, you go while I go get water. How do I
Okay.
turn all this off? All the buttons are...
Oh, my buttons are in the right place. Well, I decided to give up on the Napa cabbage because it's just bolting, and I decided to give up on the radishes and the daikon radish. So I pulled them all up, and because I cannot grow kidney beans,
too hot. Is it just too
I think
hot?
it's just too hot in the day and then cold at night. Like
Yeah.
we're still going down to 55. Yeah, like in that, between 50 and 60 at nighttime. Excuse me. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Like it was like 11 degrees Celsius. So that means it's 53. But then in the daytime, it's 75 degrees in the daytime. So it's a big jump.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, so I pulled them out. And since I can't grow the pinto beans and the kidney beans out at the farm because they just keep getting eaten, I decided where I've pulled all those things out, I put beans in. The rabbits, disturbing my hot peppers. I don't know. Some of them have survived, but I just I had some leftover habaneros, so I put the habaneros in.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So basically, that's mostly, it's just me watering and trying to get food into the plants. We've picked 3 zucchinis now and a patty pan tonight. So the patty pan ended up, being about yay big, so good size.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically it. Just trying to maintain and get things growing. Something's not right with my tomatoes here. They're way, way, way behind. Like they're not getting big leaves. And so I'm trying to address that. So, fed them some organic store-bought fertilizer, but then a week later did my poo-poo juice on them. So I'm hoping that's going to tons of spaghetti squashes and lots of little flowers coming, like lots of fruit on them. And the spaghetti squashes at home here are about this big, but the whole front is just it's all composted and soil from farm to garden, so it's really high concentrated food. So the squashes in the front are just we lost Carol.
Yeah.
Squashes in the front are just absolutely incredible. Like it's probably going to be very happy.
Oh,
I'm going to have to stop them from crossing the street though.
I'm having to train things too. I like to stick a stick or a bigger rock and like drive it so the vine goes another way.
Mm-hmm.
Your tomatoes, I wonder what's happening there.
Yeah, they just seem held back. Like it's like no blight, no nothing. They're just the leaves aren't getting big, and and very little fruit. Well, actually, I think the ones at the offsite garden, I don't know that there's any fruit on those ones yet. So
Has it been cold?
yeah, we're going down to like 55, 53 at night, and then 75 in the day.
I bet you they want 80s. They want hotter life,
Yeah.
but it is in a spot where I think they get residual heat because of the
Yes.
back. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So
Mm.
I'm trying to address that.
You're doing everything. Yeah.
Hmm. Hi, growing out the box. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, even Robin Gardens says the tomatoes don't like the low night temps, I bet.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they are too cold at night. At the offsite garden, it is a warmer temperature there, and then the ground being so moist, like it's way hotter down there in that gully than it is anywhere else. So yeah, so that I'm just gonna keep trying to feed them. I did throw some we had leftover whey Marissa had made, lebna, so and she used I think sheep yogurt. Um, Yogurt from sheep, and so she pulled the whey out of that. So I threw that on them. Just
Okay.
thought, give them some more nutrition. So I just did that yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see if it starts picking up, and maybe our nighttime temperatures are going to get better. What are you up to, Miss Shawnee Grows?
Well, it felt like 95 today. That's how that's going. I was able to check the garden today. Thankfully, I don't live there, if you guys don't know. So I had the property owner water last night because we weren't going to make it through another day. So we're supposed to get rain tomorrow off and on. The plants were drooping though. So thankfully that person watered for me. I have some shorts over on my channel that are giving updates on what I'm seeing in the garden for growth. And
Okay.
there is sort of a question I have for everyone. In my pepper patch, I broadcasted miscellaneous brassica things. I'm not sure what all was in it. It was maybe bok choy or pak choy and maybe some lettuce and some cabbages, but everything's obviously not supposed to be in the warm sun, those type of plants. So they've bolted. It was kind of a get rid of the seeds moment, cover the
Right.
soil with something moment. And it looks kind of pretty now, having all the little flowers, the yellow
Yeah.
flowers everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think the short is out yet, but my question is, okay, do I let this go on for a little bit longer before they make the seed? And then should I just chop and drop? Because I don't think it's making the peppers grow slower or anything. I think everybody's happy having all this stuff touching each other.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's like, do I chop it tomorrow or just let it ride a little bit and then chop it when they're spent?
I think you should let it ride as long as it's not impeding for airflow for your peppers. But having the flowers, not only is it pretty, but it also is bringing in pollinators because you're going to have ones go and try to pollinate. So that's whatever's going to bring. Oops. I added her and she added herself.
Yeah, this is a brand new space. This garden hasn't ever had crops in it before. So we're kind of just trying to bring as many things into it as possible and let the creatures know the beneficial. Welcome back, Carol.
Thank you. Yeah. I had to go reset my whole Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on tonight. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Exploding. Good grief.
Brenda says, as long as your peppers are good with them, I'd leave them.
Okay. They look okay. Yeah.
It's giving shade to the soil. It's protecting the soil.
It worked out so great.
Mm-hmm. So welcome back, Carol.
Thank you. And hey, look, hello. Growing out of the box.
Yeah. He came in when you left.
Yeah. When I got dumped.
Yeah. Okay. So just to interrupt, I'm gonna look.
Go ahead.
So all next week, my nighttime temperatures are 52, 54, 55, 57, 58, 55, 56, 56. And then the daytime is 70, 72, 75, 80, 72, 72, 76, 75. So
those sound fantastic for me. I would love those temperatures.
Yeah, but my nighttime temperatures going down to those 50s It's no good. And then it's super windy here. That's the other issue. So I'm finding that, there's a lot of drying out of everything drying out. So anyway, I interrupted that because I just thought, well, am I just making it up, or is it?
Are you having drought up there right now? Because that's what we've gone through is drought.
No.
We're just getting rain, but it's still not enough to compensate for this time of year.
No.
This is interesting. Peppers like to hold hands, but they don't really do well with too much competition. Just watch closely. So I missed.
Yeah.
That's because of. Go ahead.
We have updates for my garden coming out as shorts currently, and I don't think this one is out yet, but we're talking about my pepper patch and how I broadcasted a bunch of strange brassica type things, and now everything's stressed and bolted, and I'm asking myself, okay, do I need to go in there and chop and drop so we have nothing trying to touch the peppers, or can we just let these flower for like another week, maybe 2, see what happens, and then chop and drop? And we're talking about watch the peppers, how they're growing, because that's the crop I want to have come into fruit, right?
Yeah.
And new garden space. I have bok choy with my eggplants that I harvest a bit larger than micros, but anything larger that will take nitrogen.
Yes, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to get rain tomorrow, so I won't be in the garden.
Okay.
Yay, you.
Yay.
I'm very happy about the rain.
Right.
That is the nice thing about this new space is it's just beautiful. The tomatoes are rocking. I've got all kinds of companions that's coming out in a short, how everything's doing together. But the original garden space that gets maybe 6 hours of sun, it's just packed with the worst weed I've ever had and grass. And I told my husband, where's the torch? We're going to burn it all.
Oh no.
I have had it. Like my popcorn is fine.
Okay.
My carrots are kind of okay. They need to be weeded and thinned. And the rest of it could just go.
Is that the at-home area, or is that the away? Is that a section?
This is the garden that's been there since I was a little girl plot.
Oh, okay.
That one that's lower.
Okay.
The food forest islands are rocking. Like all of the
they look gorgeous.
Squash and gourds are finally starting to trail, and I'm having to like train them back into the foresty plot. Cool. The elderberries are flowering. Huh?
Yay.
Storms? Huh? What are you humming? More words, full sentences.
We need,
the flowers are rocking and rolling finally for wildflowers. The sunflowers and zinnias aren't big enough yet, but the sunflowers here at home that volunteered are blooming, and I have pictures of those that I could put out.
I saw the stalk of your sunflower near your other stalks. I was like, that's a sunflower. Look at that.
These ones at home all planted themselves, and I'm having to keep my grain stalks watered heavily. Like I just dump buckets in the top because it's so hot. Thank you, Robin. The wildflower area is magnificent.
It is. It's gorgeous. I agree.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that space.
And Robin, your stone wall area is beautiful.
Stunning.
I first have to, make up my hours that I've missed over on Shawnee's, because I've missed like 2 lives, I think, and a half. And then I want to come over and, check out some of your videos. But I peeked and I saw that and I was like, oh, I would love to.
Got a stunning garden.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, your wildflower garden, you sent me those pictures that one day. I was like, wow, beautiful.
Yeah, we have fall crops inside because it's just too much outside. I have all my fall starts in the house.
Wow.
What was the other thing? Oh, I'll be replanting peas at some point. Like I haven't even gotten a big harvest out of these peas because they were planted so late. And some of them look like they're just not going to go anymore. And the rest of them look really great. But the kids harvested everything and ate it all. So I'm waiting for the next so I can have some.
I bet it was, Robin. I bet it was.
Splurge. Yes, Robin.
The splurge. Yeah, that would be the splurge I would like to have. A beautiful splurge. Yeah, your stuff just looks amazing. Those islands, like your grocery row garden for Minnesota, like gorgeous, like absolutely beautiful. Like he could
Mhm.
use it in an illustration for Grocery Road Gardens for northern climates, which, we could give him that idea for his next book.
Yeah, my thing with the
Or
northern climate grocery or garden that I'm trying to really research and implement is more chop and drop crops. I feel like
yeah,
I barely have anything besides
yeah,
the comfrey.
yeah.
Um,
Well, what about your wild? Oh no, if you do wildflowers, then you might
I mean,
end
I
up
could
with
chop hostas
wildflowers.
up and put them in there.
Yeah, the
Uh,
hostas.
and there isn't a lot of coming out of it. We're still in the phase where all the annuals that I put in there obviously are going to produce something, but all my fruit trees haven't flowered and made me fruit yet.
Yeah.
Right. I am like Maureen is doing excellent at I'm on a schedule for fertilizing and feeding. I
Mhm.
haven't
Right.
I
Right.
haven't I haven't even made a compost extract and foliar fed. I haven't done a soil drench.
Right.
I
Oh,
told
you.
myself this year was gonna be the year. You know what I
Mm.
did though? I left some milk out for a while and I
Mhm.
separated it today and I've got the
Oh, good.
whey in the fridge
Yay!
because I'm gonna
Yay!
have cucumbers and all these pumpkins and gourds and there's always powdery
Yeah.
mildew somewhere and I wanna dilute this and spray
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, my watermelon patch, thank you for reminding me. It's so beautiful right now.
Mm.
Oh.
It is so beautiful. It was watered last night, and there's flowers on the watermelon, some of them.
Yay!
For those of you that don't know, I have a brand new watermelon patch that we ground covered with clover instead of doing some kind of plastic or fabric or cardboard.
Right.
Because
Like a
to implement
living.
like a living thing, yeah, to not have too
Mhm.
many weeds. Now there are strange weeds, and I'm pulling them by hand. Kind of trying to do the adaptation agriculture or landrace
Mhm.
gardening that Joseph Lofthouse created, and I always hear about it
Mhm.
on David the Good because his
Yep.
child does a watermelon patch like that for
Mhm.
5 years now,
Yeah.
so we're gonna see.
Ezekiel by the way, Ezekiel sells his seeds. David the Good, they have the good seeds over on Etsy. So that's what Shawnee's talking about. It's Ezekiel does the watermelon race and the Seminole. He started with the Seminole pumpkins, and then I think they did like a squash race, and then they did, what was it, the daikon radish, which I didn't
Daikon
know it had.
radish,
I didn't know they had that many daikon radishes, so that was interesting to
and
hear.
then the grain corn, the flint corn,
The
they did
flint
it on.
corn. Yeah, to have food for their animals.
I
Yeah, I do too, Robin. I love just the concept of like even what Shawnee said, where she's like, the packages aren't coming back in the house. We're just emptying all the seed
yes.
packs because yeah, we need new seed packs. We've got to, it's an excuse to get new ones too. But so they don't get so
Oh,
old. So your seeds don't get so old.
hit
I think
me
it's
up
a
in
great.
November, December for our next seed haul because 'cause we're gonna have to restock everything because 'cause I'm throwing it all out there.
I think that was in David's book too. Like, yeah, I need people to buy my books because our seed budget is like insane. And I was like, yeah, I never thought of that for you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, it probably is with all the kids and everything. I got dropped off right as Miss Sharon said that about, well, it's way back there, but it was about certain printers can't do the clear. Like if you send them a clear,
Without the white background?
thank you. But I mean, if you send them it ends in, these
Yeah,
letters.
the file.
Yeah, the file, they can only do from the other certain file, and you'll just end up with it like it is anyway. They
Okay.
can't
I
do the
was gonna
clear.
ask the person I know that makes T-shirts what to do
Oh,
with this
okay.
and see
Maybe
what she
she would
says,
know.
if
Yeah.
there's a Word or a file, and then I chat GPT and then, like, contacting the company and going, "Hey, this is what I don't like about it. What can we do differently?"
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. Well,
So,
I did look into
Sharon,
embroidery, but it's super expensive. Like
Yeah.
I was just gonna do like patches and let people just order patches, get their own t-shirt and like do an iron on kind of deal. But those are
Good
just as
there
night.
expensive.
Good night,
Hi,
Passamaquoddy.
Passamaquoddy.
Passamaquoddy. So there is a section to this concept that I'm not doing as far as the land race. Normally,
Yeah.
you don't baby the plant. You don't water it, you don't fertilize it. You just want it to be able to produce fruit without a gardener's hand. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that part. I need this to work. And so I am fertilizing at planting time and I'm going to continue to. So, Miss Sharon, you're kind of starting to sound like you're doing a survival of the fittest because you're saying there's no water. Now
Yeah.
sometimes you still get something out of that, and I'm sorry that that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. We just started to get some rain, and it's still not enough. And I totally get it, Miss Sharon. I was going out hand watering everything just to keep it alive. My tropicals.
Oh,
Some of them you don't, like mangoes. If they're not in a pot and they're in the ground, mangoes are usually okay. And there's some other trees that would be okay and can survive drought. But yeah, it just was looking very sad out there.
You're just gonna get a hurricane next. That's all.
I know. That's why I don't want to wish too much rain on myself.
So for harvesting things, I don't really have anything coming in besides the herbs and the salad stuff that I talked about with probably you guys privately, but
say that again? The what? The salad what?
I don't really have big harvests coming in at this time. It's except for salad things and herbs, which I think I sent pictures of it to people on panel here. Boil water advisory.
Your harvest was still quite nice.
It's happening about every 2 weeks. No way.
Wow.
Oh no, that's really bad. I didn't know about your boil water. Yikes.
Yeah, you can't use the hose then. No rain catchment
terrible.
barrels. No. Oh wow, Miss Sharon, that is a whole different level of struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and a whole other thing where they. I'm gonna shut up. I won't say another word. I'm gonna need like another channel where we can talk about all things that will not take down this channel.
Oh, growing out the box, I put it in the compost pile already.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I know where I put it in the compost. I could scoop it and cake.
No, don't do that. No, too late. No,
I'm still composting here at my house.
I'm
supposed to be moving the entire system just to the garden, but I'm still composting here at my house because change is hard.
Yeah. I actually met somebody through one of my Facebook groups who's like a major composter and major back to Eden gardener and does like all the nerdy plant stuff. I felt like I met another growing out of the box person, like with the science-y stuff. So I have a refractometer I ordered, and I will be doing some science-y things. We'll see.
Growing out the box would the curds also be good for tomatoes?
I don't see why not. It's calcium, available calcium. Isn't she pretty? I just don't. I wish I had contacts that were readers.
To see?
Yeah, to see in this sucker.
Okay.
It's like you got to really press it up, and then the light really has to be right on the lens, like going through it.
What is that for?
This is for Brix. It basically tells you how much sugar is in. You can do it to anything. You can do it to fruit. You can do it to the leaves. You can do it to young stems. It's telling you where the plant is with its sugar transportation or transport. I don't know what it's sciencey stuff that I wish I would have learned in school, but it wasn't as interesting. So I still made things like the human cell and stuff out of clay for my teacher and things like that. I got into and did reports that way, as long as they were kind of had a hands-on component.
Wow, Duncan.
Oh, never use it on tomatoes. I'm surprised. Like mixing it, my leafy greens mostly. How come never though? I thought tomatoes needed like the extra calcium, or no?
That's what I thought.
I think he's saying never used it on tomatoes, like personally.
Oh, he maybe never used it on tomatoes.
Because he uses it on leafy greens mostly.
I thought he meant never.
Ooh, Robin.
Yeah, the Brix. It's a Brix. Yep. Yep. Exactly. You might. It would be fun. But yeah, this is actually just to get, you can, well, I won't give too much away, but yeah, it's not just about the fruit. So it's helping me with something, and then I'll hopefully have a video about it. We'll see. It's so hard to get anything filmed here. I did film stuff today. I went to make it into a short, Didn't get to finish it because of July 4th and family time and stuff. I've got it mostly there. We'll see.
That's awesome.
Used it on tomatoes because of the extra nitrogen that the tomatoes need, or that oh boy, that sciencey stuff that I'm not feeling the whole picture, like seeing it in my brain because of the extra nitrogen that the tomatoes need. Like, will the calcium somehow lock up the nitrogen?
Because I know there's people that actually will pour milk to get calcium into their tomatoes.
Yeah.
And also does help stop the blossom end rot.
Yeah, they used to put calcium carbonate before they knew, about the heavy metals and Tums. They would stick Tums in their soil too.
Maybe he's saying the extra nitrogen is then it would just make leaves instead of flowers, and so maybe that's why he's hesitant. But
hey, David Corey. Oh, while they're in flower. Oh, okay. Oh, welcome back, Man Farm. I think Jags was asking you about your dwarf mangoes, and then I got dumped out on my Wi-Fi, so I missed some of the side chat. Yeah, it's good to see y'all. I mean, you guys are rocking with your garden right now. I'm still out there. I have yams, but I'm not going to pull them probably until much later. I'm probably going to pull them in fall when they start to die back. But I have to keep cutting the vines now because the bulbils are self-planting themselves everywhere, and I might end up with vines everywhere in my yard. The other thing, my Easter lilies, they're like popping off like 1 or 2 flowers, but you can see down at the stem, they're like, we're dying. But they're still popping off some flowers, which was good to see because I hadn't seen them in a while, and I thought the rabbits had eaten those too. They'll go in and they'll eat your bulbs underground. The roselle I haven't really harvested. I'm just letting it do its thing. And I noticed, I think I told you guys, the false roselle came up, and that you can eat the leaves. It tastes like cranberry hibiscus. It tastes kind of the same thing as the cranberry hibiscus. Oh, you found more rabbits in your garden? I was filming 2 today. I have 2 cottontails that are only 1 door down that like to come under mine and visit.
We have a truck for sale, so it was kind of sitting in one spot for X amount of days, and then it got moved. And under one of the tires was a bunch of fur because there was a nest and there was babies in there, and they got ran over. And then
oops,
the parent, I think it might have been the mom, got, what's that word? Dispatched. So we might have no more rabbits.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They always find their way to where gardens are, it seems.
Yeah.
Like they just have like this echolocation like the bats, but it's a rabbit thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a rabbit. The rabbit was going after my garden in the backyard, and I saw it last night when I got home, and and then I had seen in my mound in the front where my olive tree is, there was a little hole, and I could see some fuzz around it, and I thought, okay, that's probably a nest. And so I just thought I should go check that out. So I went and looked, and I could see that there was a baby in there. So I went into the house, got some gloves, came back over, and moved the soil a little bit, and it wasn't moving. It was in there all curled up and sleeping. And so I picked it up and put it in the compost. But I because we're doing we've got this new program, a company that comes around, and they take care of all your yard pests and garden pests. And so they've put out quite a few bait stations of some sort of pellet for for the rodents. And so my concern is that they will die, in the playground, and the chickens will get to them. So we do try to do a look-see. But so far, one was sleeping on my deck the one morning,
right?
And then yesterday, after I pulled out all of the Napa cabbage. There was another one just sleeping there in the soil, but he'd been there for quite some time, so he was very bloated and full of maggots. So again, I just picked him up and put him. I don't put them in my compost. I put them in the city, the compost that the city takes. So
okay.
So it went there. So yeah, and my neighbor, she's on the same program, so we're doubling up, and I think we're really going to take down our rat population. But sad that, like, not that I want the rabbits in my yard either, but sad that a baby bunny, I'm wondering if he got into the box and ate some of the stuff.
Maybe. Well, our dog ate. We're having a problem with, because the soil, if you have any kind of moist soil, the population of palmetto bugs. So anytime your soil gets moist from rain, you get roaches that come down and or out. And that could be even your potting soil. You don't leave potting soil bags open on like anywhere, because they'll go. It's terrible. I think somebody was watching somebody who gardens in Florida, and like, you might not want to garden in Florida because we do have roaches, and if you're afraid of roaches, you're definitely going to see them. But anyway, my dog, all of a sudden, I come home and I see something on the floor, and he had gone in our bathroom and ate the trap that my husband had just put down, like a little roach bait trap. He demolished it. It was just sitting there, and I'm like, what is that plastic stuff? And I start picking up pieces. I'm like, I'm calling my husband. He's like, it's okay. He'll be alive. It won't hurt him. But yeah.
Another
why
thing.
don't we compost from the city? What do you mean?
Why don't we take compost from the city? I think it has to do with what Devo's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's why we don't take it. Oh my gosh,
we don't want in our yard and our
my
own
dyslexia is kicking in tonight, growing out of the box. Please forgive me. It's like I'm reading all of your stuff wrong. I absolutely love that you're here. I love you, man. I don't know what my problem is. It probably is the tart cherry juice taking effect too soon. It does help you pump in some melatonin into your body, and it has natural melatonin, so it's good right before bed. But sometimes these things affect me too quickly. Such a lightweight. But yeah, as far as harvesting, I'll be harvesting 2 racks. One's much smaller though on my bananas. Then I can kind of clean up in there and see what the light's going to be like. My mint's almost dead. I forgot to actually check on my comfrey. And now when you guys are talking, I'm like, I didn't check my comfrey. The heat's been really hard on it. Oh yeah. Do you want to do an update on Kitty?
It's alive.
Still alive. Okay.
I don't know much to say publicly.
Yeah.
It's a boy. We're pretty 100% sure now. And it has a home outside on my deck where it sleeps and has food and water, and it can come in the house if it has a buddy supervising it at all times, because we had some situations that I'm just not interested in dealing with right now. The neighbor did steal it and was like, there's this lost cat on FB, and I was like, I'm at your door right now. Answer the door. In my pajamas. It's across the road. Well, I didn't know I'm like, where did you find him? Well, he was literally right next to my house in the yard. Like, she walked across the street, picked him up, took him back to her house. And I'm like, it's my cat.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, the kids were going through all the bad scenarios of what would have happened. And so it made me kind of glimpse that the kids really like this animal.
Yeah.
It's big. It weighs 1,000 grams. I measure it in grams because I'm going to give it a treatment soon here.
So is it learning to hunt then? That's good.
Yes, outside is so much better for this cat. It's the things it does now is tremendously different than when it was stuck in the house all the time.
Yeah. And that's good for your garden too. It'll help keep out. Go ahead, what?
It's super stealthy and jumps at things and pounces on things, and
good.
We're kind of like trying to handle him a lot. His name's Turbo.
Right.
So he's not like
Cute.
too wild, right?
Right.
Lots of love from the children. I don't know what else
Right.
to say.
So
The
yeah,
dog.
what are you gonna do with winter though? When winter
Oh,
comes, are you
geez,
guys talking
Carol.
that?
You and
Like
my husband.
basement cat, the basement cat, Turbo, the basement cat,
So, no,
basement cat.
I mean, the winter's the only time when there's no water in the basement, but uh, the there's a lot of people that have outdoor houses for
Mhm.
animals, and you get like bales of straw, and you cover
Oh,
the
okay.
outside.
Insulate it.
Um,
Yeah.
you can catch some other things though, but I do live in town. Uh, we have talked about what are we gonna do in the winter, and it probably will end up coming in the house, and we need to get it to not do what it was doing. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm.
Right. Yeah, it's a long way off, so who knows? Who knows what could happen? Sorry, I put that out there. It's too early to talk about winter.
I I'm not gonna go outside and go get him and hold him up tonight. I'm sorry, everybody.
I don't blame you.
But because it's been so hot, he does come in a lot and sit in the air conditioning with us.
Aw,
Just so you
that's
know,
so sweet.
don't call me in for being cruel to animals or something.
No. Oh, you have Marcella who loves to hunt? Yeah, I would love to have an outdoor cat, but we have so many things that might hunt it. In fact, we had a coyote that was seen, I want to say 3 blocks east of our house, and we're in town. So that means they're pretty much, we got a good population if they're now starting to come into town.
The stuff that gets dispatched and lays on the ground overnight disappears, and we can't find tracks or poop or anything. So we're like, is it the
Mm,
crows picking it up and taking it?
maybe they,
Everything, every
oh.
time, it's gone.
Do you guys have turkey vultures? Because they'll
Yeah,
eat it. They'll
yep.
eat it
And we have coyotes, and there's somebody's
early.
dog that's coming into
And
my
coyotes.
space.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just weird that we can't find tracks. Oh, well, I don't know, Barry, if you wanted me to go get it. I can send you pictures.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get pictures later. It's fine. No
Yeah,
rush.
I still have the cat.
Yeah, I would love a cat and watch all the little
It's a
cat
lot of work.
videos. My
I don't
daughter
know
would,
if
yeah, but not in this house and not right now. No, the dog is enough. The
I don't
dog
want a
has,
puppy right now. You're in puppy palooza, and I'm not. I don't want to sign up
yeah,
for that right now either. I
yeah,
want a
and she's,
garden.
yeah, that's what I want to do too. And then I got stuck with puppy
Take
daycare.
care of a puppy
And
daycare.
I already had, Malachi to watch out for when I'm in the garden, and now I have Rosie eating things randomly.
Yeah.
So I have to watch her. That's like, I don't want to get an avocado now or a coffee plant. And I'm like, okay, this is really putting a little bit of a crutch on me with my garden because I got to keep this dog alive. Oh, he's interested in he wants to find out if more about your dwarf mangoes, Mad Farm. And I think, eventually order maybe one from you. He wants to know more about them and if he could get one to survive up in his in Georgia, and which one would be a really good one. I have the Carrie, which is a dwarf, which is pretty good. It's just it didn't do that well with the flowering. This time around, my Namdok Mai still has one fruit left on it. We'll see if it makes it. It probably, I don't know if it will. And the mystery mango still has, I think it's like 3 hanging on. So the Namdok Mai though is the one that got hit with the branch when I trimmed the plumera. That was my fault. You're welcome, Jigs. I totally get it. But I'm trying to think if there's anything. I had one little tomato on my yellow cherry tomato plant. My butterfly pea is like, Lord help me. It's just sitting there. I tried to actually trellis it up one of my baby fruit trees, and it's just like not happy. So I probably have to dig it out and put it somewhere and give it some food. Because I've never grown it, so it's probably me. It's my gardening problem. Yeah, I have the Pickering one. Oh, I didn't know Honeykiss was small and super productive. I might have to get one. That's what I had here. I don't know if you saw it. I made sure I got one when he was like, "Yeah, I have Honeykiss." It was like my last $2. The guy actually took $2. Those are like $6, $7 a pound. I forget how much the poundage was at different places. Oh, I'm glad you'll sleep, Storm Trios and Cat. Oh wait, what is? I missed that. What?
Did you see?
Oh, that's wonderful, Barry. And by the way, I'm so sorry last time we talked if I was a little harsh. You just know I love you so much, my friend. I'm so happy to read that. Yeah, yeah, they're hard to find, I guess, up near him at farm because he, he's in Georgia.
Did Carol freeze? It's so quiet. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I think Carol froze.
Mm-hmm.
They can fruit in a 7-gallon and can be happy if brought inside for winter.
There. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you are. You're back. You're unfrozen.
Oh, ticked. It's driving me crazy. Oh, the Honeykiss and the Pickering can be grown up there. Yeah, that's, I think, do is get through to work something out between you guys. Like maybe send it bare route to cut down on the shipping or whatever when he's ready. Yeah, I want to go out to Mad Farm's nursery. I didn't get to see you there. I guess you guys didn't.
So Mad Farm's in Florida?
She's frozen again.
Yeah. Does Mad Farm sell plants normally?
Am I back? It keeps showing me that it's dropping.
You are back. Yes, I can hear you and see you.
Yeah, it's on my app. It's like, oh, you have no connection. Now you have connection. I don't know what the heck.
Mad Farm was in and out at the Mango Fest that Carol was at.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she dropped out again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on.
You're back.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How is it doing that?
Well, maybe because because you've got your phone going and.
No, it's hold on. I'm gonna check and see. It's not just my phone. No, we've got 8 things offline right now, but I want to see what else is on.
Mad Farm has a small private nursery. Okay. Cool.
I don't know what that one is. On high precision. Okay, pause you. Yeah. No, we usually have tons of stuff going. It's supposed to be one of the best down here. It just started recently doing the days. I'm only about 20 minutes from Mar-a-Lago as jet escorts and fighter jets can scramble anything.
Right.
So
there's no chance that your service was damaged in the last 30 days?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's been so many hiccups all of a sudden.
Right. Weird. I don't know what's going on. Some of it is too. My daughter did get a new Nintendo. It's the, newer one, but that one's not on right now. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Since her internet has been in and out.
Okay. So maybe it's something else going on. Oh, you got the yawns. I understand, Robin. I'm not going to probably stay on much longer with my Wi-Fi.
Good night, Robin.
Come over. Please check out Robin Gardens if you haven't. She's new to our community. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Diva in the Dirt, meeting her over at Arrows because Shawnee told us about the channel.
Mm-hmm.
The
what
urban
is it?
gardener.
Urban gardener. I was going to call him the minimal gardener. The urban gardener. And Diva and Shawnee were on there, and so was Robin.
Yeah, I'm going to probably sign off as well. And yep.
Good night, Maureen.
Good night. Nice seeing everybody, and take care.
I was going to just type it. Good night. Much love, hon. Thank you. Thanks for coming up. Guys, I'm going to call it a night because it's just flickering in and out. I don't know what's going on locally with the Wi-Fi, which totally sucks.
So thank you all for watching. I'm sure she talked about mangoes.
Thank you. Yes, the first half is okay.
We will see you next time. She can click end stream, maybe. Because I don't have the power. Happy 4th, says Matt. Everyone's blessed. Okay, she froze up. Yeah. She'll have to come back and then hit end stream. Until then, I guess I shall talk. I found a surprise in the garden here at my house. I didn't know I had ground cherries growing, which was an absolute fantastic surprise because where I normally buy them, she didn't sell any plants. I went and bought some at a nursery, and I forgot to check today while I was out there, and I'm pretty sure they're dead. Are we going to end the show?
We're going to have to. I don't know what the heck. What's left of it. It's pretty much over on the East Coast, but everybody else that is still in that time zone enjoying it. Frick.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Ben.
I am.